So on this fine Wednesday, we're gonna take Quatra's little shindig to the league. They've been having quite a bit of a success. This person is in our red prison community and likes the prison style of things, or at least seems to. This list is interesting. It's similar to what Russ would be doing, but instead of Mazemind tomes, we got the Profane tutors. People have been saying play that. So I guess we'll play that. The other thing that's kind of interesting is it has a couple creatures. Now, we were having good success with Murderous Rider being a removal and happened to be a creature. This one's got 2 Taurox. Okay. And an Archon. Oh, everyone's going to be like, finally, Fluffy, you're playing the Archon. And then they're going to be like, wait, where's Golos? All right, I can kind of get behind maybe the one of Archon and nothing else. I would typically be playing like an Ugin, an Ineffable, or something like that. We'll try it. It's a singleton Archon. We can go find it. And what's funny is I mentioned, oh, usually you play Profane, you play Mazemind Tome. We're playing Mazemind Tome too. We're kind of doing it all. We don't have Lilianas in this list. We don't have Murderous Riders. In fact, we just don't have anything. You can see right here. Anything at the 3 slot. It's very interesting. We got 0s and 1s, 2s and 4s, 5s and 8s. And I guess March could kind of fit in here at the 3 because sometimes you kill something X2. But anyway. The only thing that is 3 is Necromancy, and Necromancy is pretty good. We'll see how that goes. A bunch of Field of Ruins. So we're going to mess with people's mana bases and stuff like that, potentially. Urborgs and Cabal Coffers. No expedition maps. That's, I think, the big interesting thing here. And we were playing Nykthos Green Devotion on Monday, and people were telling us different ways to search for Nykthos, and we're just like, no, we'll just draw it. So here, just going to draw it. Got Profanes, Relics, and Mazemind tomes to help us find that. Early interaction, late interaction, many interactions. Let's go. Whoa, no. League, please. 100 play points down the drain. Let's find ourselves a, I don't know. I'd like a solid 3-2 playing for the 4-1 perhaps. 3-1 playing for the 4-1 would be kind of cool. A 5-0 would be great, but let's set our expectations around that 4-1 territory. What's your thoughts on people in tech with hand tattoos asking for a friend? I don't really care. Different areas will, and you'll get a little bit of a stigma because some people view them certain ways. I don't care. You're all tech folks are more or less back office. We all look funny. We all have our quirks. I say funny. I mean, you know, we're just nerdy looking people. Who cares if you got a tattoo? I don't care. I watch this lady on Twitch, Flying Buttress or something like that, and she's got a word all the way across her knuckles and stuff. It's kind of interesting because she builds like Gundams and other crafty type of things, and so she has the camera zoomed in. But I mean that's Twitch. It's totally different than a tech industry, but it's kind of interesting. Doesn't bother me. Just kind of interesting that you're like working with your hands and it's like focused on your hands. Her models are really cool if you follow. Let me see if I can get it correct. I'm gonna shout out this person right now. Show more that I've been following. When was the last time she was alive? Oh, can we find this? I don't know. Maybe she is live right now, and it's just 12. Yeah, this person. Here we go. Bam. It's the Buttress. Has some cool here, just because we're here. We're about to start, but like Everything's muted. Like you can see, she does like crafting stuff and all that. Look, this is like Gundam thing or something like that. It's kind of cool. Crafting, a lot of crafting things. Pretty cool stuff. But like in this one, if I scroll over the thumbnail goes, you can see she has, I think she actually has buttress across her hands. I don't know. Never have asked. Don't care. It's pretty cool. Watch for the models. So yeah, I guess long answer, but I got to like shout out someone that I watched too. All right. Yorion Sky Noodle. I guess we'll keep this. We got a Blood Chief Circe that gets rid of, you know, the peskiest of Renin 6s. March is here to kill tiny things, Feel the Ruin to mess up their mana, and Relic to just cantrip. Seems like a beginning that's got my name all over it. Grayus, I do see that. I haven't ignored you. I was wondering if I could do mono blue and mono white. I was wondering. I think I could. Mono white would be like what, taxes, maybe prison? Mono blue would have to be like turns, right? Who knows? Breeding pull here off the Windswept Teeth. Feel the Ruin to hit this if they do abundant growth seems okay. Nice. Blue Tron. Well, I guess that would be just essentially mono blue. We kind of play the most miniest of basics. We're gonna hold the Blast Zone in hidden reserves here. 60 islands? Maybe. Maybe. You never know. I'm gonna hold the Relic for the time being. Play land, Thoughtseize. I kind of want to hit the abundant growth, and I kind of don't. So we'll just do a Thoughtseize here. I'm going to eat this. They might have a counter here. Island. Kind of feels very counter-like. Counter-spelled. All right. You got it. What else we got? Expressive, that's fine. Snow-covered plains. Mana base is okay here. Are they going to try to kill the Relic here? Well, I'll cantrip the Relic. I'm not going to lose my Relic here. Fatal Push. All right. Castle Lochthwain. Either start drawing or Blast Zone. Kind of like the idea of getting rid of the breeding pool here and then playing just like Castle Lochthwain, hiding the Blast Zone for the time being. Okay, opponent's got Bant colors. They don't have red, so no Renin 6 perhaps at the moment. It's abundant. We can hit that with a Blast Zone. Probably will mess up their mana a little bit more. There's Triome. Nothing too frightening so far. Could also just wait on the Blast Zone. I think we do now that we have an Invoke. What do we have? Another counter spell? Well, I guess I'll go ahead and go for the Invoke. If they have the counter spell, they have it. If not, they lose the Abundant Growth and I draw 2 and they take some damage. This feels like it has to be a counter spell, right? Yeah. I could have Blast Zoned this away. Oh, Ice Fang. Okay. I draw 1 less card now. But I kill this and kill this. Well, I'll take it. Could have been a little bit better, obviously. What's up, 1K? My day's been decent. I did learn something kind of crazy about my house today, but please don't have fetch land. No fetch land. We're good. Man, I could just bloodstain this away. I don't know. I feel like as silly as it is, maybe Damnation's the best thing to do here because it's like the most expensive thing. The rest of this kind of hits in different ways. It's just Damnation. But things are going good. On top of a house, crazy. Blood Chief Thirst to get rid of this, perhaps. Down ticking smart. Yeah, my house is just a little odd. I mean, it's an older house, so it's a Mazemind tome, kind of like that. Did you find out you needed new eaves troughs after you spent 500 on a new fence? No, but there are some questions about our roof. That's not fun. Mazemind draw March to deal damage here. I kind of don't hate it. Let's just draw here and then like, oh, shame I can't really do much else here. Yeah, Grace, it'll be interesting. Do I care about this Teferi much right here? I actually don't think I care enough. At the same time, I do, but you know what? I'm not going to worry about Teferi for a turn here. I know that means I can't really do a whole lot in terms of like playing at instant speed for the moment, but I feel like they're going to do something. Oh, they killed Mazemind home. Sad day. Maybe it'll be really hard to kill this now because they have like counter magic up. I don't know. I don't know. Let's hit the triome here. There. We'll just Blood Chief's Thirst it. I guess this is a little bad if they have exactly Spell Pierce there. Pass the turn, just nice and casual here. Nothing crazy happening. My opponent's got kind of the weirdest set of mana for them right now. Only Singleton Blue. But yeah, our roof kind of looks wavy, but that's apparently okay, I have been told. I don't believe them. I don't believe them. They're like, oh, it's fine. Just a little wavy. What's up, chap? How's it going? I wonder if I, like, castle at end step just to draw a card. My opponent has 9 cards in their hand. There's Wrenn and 6. Well, I get one thing out of the graveyard here. I'm going to definitely get rid of Wrenn and 6, though. Are they picking up the Triome? Okay. This could be a March turn. March this for 4-ish or whatever. And then draw. Doesn't seem like a bad turn. I'm getting more mana here for the Coffers. Boom. Hit it for 4. Seems all right. Plenty of mana here, and we'll just do a little draw. Little draw with the castle. If you have no leaks and the plywood has no water damage, you're fine. Well, we have a lot of water damage, so you know. Let's not talk about my roof. I'm here to play Magic. Oh gosh. I have nothing in this hand. That's why I called. And they're like, oh man, my opponent is evoking a Solitude here. I'm guessing they have an Ephemerate. I don't think I care that this exists here. You got it, opponent. You got yourself a Solitude. Awesome. Yeah, it's like not a lot of like leaking or whatever, but it was enough to start showing up. It's probably like really little, but you know, little adds up over time. Teferi. Teferi. 1, 2, 3, so I can go one more into this. I'm actually going to go ahead and use one of the fatal pushes here. Gain a little bit more and make the Castle Lochthwain not as painful at end step here. Although it's an instant speed answer to something like a Yorion or an Omnath, I'm not so worried about it. Can always put the Blast Zone up to a different number here. Let's just use our castle, drawing casually. Profane Tutor. That doesn't work well with Teferi. Ah, that's an interesting one. Okay. Let's suspend. And let's burn some mana. And try to kick this. And we'll probably just draw with Castle Lochthwain here. We'll see if they've got the counter. They have to fetch for it. And they have to shock. They do. And we'll just draw. We'll draw the use of the rest of the mana and pass turn. We'll go to 18. No worries. Another fatal push. All right. We do have the Profane Tutor kind of coming off, you know, that whole suspend soon. We'll see how that works out for us. Opponent drew a card with the Great Omnath, doing the bobble things. Right now, Bloodchief's Thirst can kill Teferi so that we can get our good ones going. I don't know what I'm getting with the Profane Tutor, but who knows. Game's going nice and long. That's what we like. Okay, suspend just goes down 1. No fear. Ooh. Oh, Karn Great Creator. Yes. Let's actually lead with Great Creator. If they have a counter, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 mana. I didn't expect that to resolve. I could get a Walking Ballista. Probably shouldn't. Crap. I didn't want that really to resolve. That's okay. Because I want to get rid of the Teferi so the Profane Tutor comes off. No Witch's Cottages. Nope. Cast with Kicker to kill Teferi. I don't have anything that I could just remove. I could do a Tormod's Crypt. This is kind of cool. All right, let's go get a Tormod's Crypt, although Relic's tempting. Let me get a Tormod's Crypt. Let's put that into play. Let's sacrifice it here and nom their Omnath. Look at that turn. That was amazing. What a turn. Then I can go get Sundering Titan, and then they'll just be sad. Oh, Ran in 6. No graveyard, though. Down ticks on Karn, puts it to 2. 3 cards to win. Not win. 3 cards to beat. Profane Tutor coming off. Suspend here. I don't know. There's a lot of things I could get here. Let's see if they let me cast it. I could get an Urborg. I could get another Coffers, so I have a ton of mana. I could go get this Archon. I could get an Invoke. I mean, I guess we need to be kind of like starting to win. I feel like trying for an Invoke here. Remember, I have a draw that comes here too. Let's try Invoke and see what I draw. Drew the Coffers. Sweet. Okay, play the Coffers, down tick here. Say yes. Gonna go get that Sundering Titan. Let's make tons of mana. I'm going to attempt to play this first and then invoke after. Because all they really have... I lose a swamp here, but all they really have is a solitude. And if they solitude this away, we just gain a bajillion life and they just really die. They really die now. All right, we lose 2 swamps for our efforts here. But that's okay, because my opponent's just going to lose their, you know, mana base. They get to keep a Windswept Heath. It's good stuff for them. We'll invoke Despair. We draw 1. Maybe they'll concede now. Yeah, I mean, the Archon would have been good, but it getting exiled there would have been kind of, it would have been all right. I'm almost always in on the Sundering Titan plan. Now we get to just Turok them and make them cry, because they won't have any cards left. 3, 4, gas with kicker. Goodbye, opponent's hand. Grow. Play Relic, pass turn. Cool. Opponent's empty-handed, which is amazing for Yorion lists. Has 2 fetch lands that we really just don't care about. And we're hitting them with a 4/3 that dodges Solitude. Nice. I could even steal the last card. Opponent goes to 8. It's 2-turn clock. Most definitely a 2-turn clock. In for 4. Steal the last card in their hand. Thanks, Ice Fang. And pass the turn. We got ourselves a Fatal Push. I can put the Blast Zone on anything. They've only got 2 cards here. 2 lands. We're looking good. All right. Opponent has enough creatures that I do want to not totally cut Fatal Pushes and stuff. But I could bring in 1 or 2 Inquisitions, possibly. Maybe cut like a Relic and this shiny Fatal Push and bring 2 Inquisitions in and be pretty happy with everything else. Yeah. And I didn't even get an Urborg, chap. If I got the Urborg, I would have been hitting their lands. I think I'm pretty good. We want Damnations. We want something to clear up the board. They can get a couple creatures out, obviously. Inquisition of Thoughtseize starting hands look good. This hand looks great. We'll keep this. Field of Ruin to mess up their lands a little bit. Thoughtseize to make them angry. Oh no, they have Veil. We'll just play Relic instead, pass turn. Relic pass turn. This keeps a fetch land Wrenn and 6 plan off of the table here for us. It's always a good sign. Oh no, they still have Veil. That's garbage. Well, let's go ahead and test it. If they don't have Veil, I double Thoughtseize. If they have Veil, I single Thoughtseize here. It's fine. Take this, pass turn. We'll try it again next time. You missed the Murderous Rider. We have Mazemind and the Tutors in this version. Again, we kind of got it all in this version. I feel like I should cantrip this Relic. I don't have a whole lot going on in my hand here. Karn's an okay pickup. Coffers is could be better. All right. I kind of hate doing this because they could get the other force, but they'll probably get like a Plains here, and I can Thoughtseize. They got to work towards the ability to have Omnath mana, and so I feel like the Thoughtseize gets them here. We have an Ephemerate and a Fury plus lands. Ephemerate, a Fury, and lands. Invoke gets kind of countered by the Veil, which sucks. Let's see here. We make 3 4 mana. So Invoke is not really online next turn. I probably just take the Veil, though. I'm going to take the Veil. I'm going to take the Veil because of my double Invoke hand. If I had 1 Invoke, I'd maybe consider that Fury. And just, like, not target them for a while. That would be very doable, I think. All right, Wooded Foothills immediately cracked here, getting a Sacred Foundry. Please don't be Omnath. Expressive, okay. It's decent. Decent. They get a different card in hand, and then probably a throwaway card is my guess. Prismatic Ending is the throwaway card. Okay. Oh, okay. An extra swamp here is pretty delectable. Could go sideboard. And I could go get, like, a Sundering Titan. I'm kind of tempted to do that, because then I could Invoke, and things get really good from there. So let's go Karn. They're tapped out of blue nicely here. I think this encourages the Fury. They might even hard cast it. If they don't hard cast it or throw it into play, then I kind of have a free turn here. That would assume that they have something like Counterspell in their hand. All right, Teferi's sitting at 3, kind of in the nasty zone, if you will. But I think this is dying. I'm going to just Invoke Despair, kill this, kill the Fury. As the game plan here. Nice. Because I only make 6 mana here. Ooh. Let's put the Coffers down and hide some of this. Let's go here while they're tapped out. Man, I hope this Sundering Titan happens. It has a good chance of it with the Urborg. Maybe I Invoke Despair. We'll see if they tap out of double blue at any point. 1 blue's out. There's a new Teferi. We have Ephemerate, 2 unknowns. Probably another draw here. 3 unknowns. They know about the Sundering Titan. So I currently make 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe I'm just supposed to get the Mazemind down. You think they have a counterspell? If they don't, I eat all but like the plains. Or maybe in the forest. The problem is if I play Sundering Titan, I can't follow it up very easily here. I think I go for actually an Invoke Despair. And then a Mazemind Tome, and then draw with a Mazemind Tome. Or just Mazemind Tome plus Profane at this point now. Okay. They didn't counter. Doesn't mean that they don't have a counter. We'll probably do some scrying with this first Mazemind Tome here. Oh, there's Omnath. Okay. We have like a Damnation. We could cover this easily. Extra Misty. Okay. Okay. Gain some life. Got it. Let's do a little scry here. I'm gonna put that on bottom, and then I'm gonna just take a natural draw. Got the Profane Tutor almost coming off suspend too. Okay, that could get my Karn back. Or I could just play it out and play a Sundering Titan. How about we do this? Let's actually kill this. Let's start there before fetch lands get out of hand here. Yeah, we could get the Sundering Titan as well. You're not wrong. And I think I'm going to be playing like Mazemind Tone and just planning to draw here. We have fetch, no extra action. Let's play the other Mazemind Tome. And then I will draw with one of these at an appropriate time during the game. And then, yeah, we'll look at doing maybe Sundering Titan plus something. I think I'll scry and draw. Maybe I draw then scry. Tough to say. Yorion went to hand. Good old Sky Noodle. Let's go ahead and draw, blind, scry. Can put that on top, that's fine. Not gonna go anywhere here with a Profane Tutor. We might have done that incorrectly. All right, cast a Profane Tutor. I feel like this is just a Thoughtseize kind of turn. Maybe even a Torok turn, but let's go Thoughtseize. It's feeling like a Thoughtseize kind of turn. Let's start with a Thoughtseize. Let's see what's going on. Got a Veil over there. They don't have currently a forest to Veil with. All right, we have a Counterspell, a Dress Down, Ephemerate Solitude. Interesting variety of cards here. The Dress Down stops the Sundering Titan. And draws them a card, where the Counterspell I guess I take the Dress Down and let them counterspell the Sundering Titan and I can get it back. How do I want to do this turn? Let's make a lot of mana. Let's do a Mazemind Tome. Let's do some drawing. I think we just want to get ahead on cards. They don't have anything that scares me here. Just draw, draw. And Profane Tutor Suspend. How about that? That's some good card advantage. Karn could get it back from exile as well if they do the Solitude thing. There's a lot of things that can happen here. Hey, what's up, Teferi? How you doing? All right. We get a Mazemind Tome back. It's fine. Instead of stopping my turn here. Just kidding. I'm not going to set this stop anymore. That was an unknown card, by the way. I'm not going to scry either. 4 cards, we know 3 of them. Profane's Tutor is currently getting countered by Teferi if we stay here with it. So let's do an Invoke Despair. This may get the counter because the Profane's coming off. It does not. Okay. That's not what I expected. Mazemind Tome, draw at a later point in the game. Or single draw. Look at me. I have the same amount of cards as 4-color normally has. They're playing so scared into my Sundering Titan. There's an Omnath. Don't care about that card. Bobble. Don't care about that card. Yeah, they don't want the Titan. We'll get through this counter spell. I have faith that we'll get through it. It's gonna be fine. We have all the time in the world to get it down at some point. Another Mazemind Tome. Take our draw. Is Profane coming off? I forget where we're at. If it does, I'll go get a Coffers and then we'll just slam dunk them. Then we'll just slam dunk them. And draw for the turn. You know, we have some mana now. Let's attempt an Invoke Despair. Let's start there. What's up, Donnie? How's it going? Ephemerates, good old Omnath. What if I were to blast that right now, opponent? Let's try it. Say cast with this. Here, is that enough? Is that 4? X is 4, done. Do you counter that, opponent? Do you counter that? You're gonna counter it? Then I'm gonna just get you. They're still losing the Omnath. They're not saving it. They're just getting a draw. That's all they're doing here. You got it. Draw away, opponent. I'm still getting a draw. We have so much mana here. Let's make all the mana. Yeah, let's make all the mana right now. Relic. Use this to draw a card. Use this to draw a card. Look at all these cards I've got. All right. I hit the F6 button. We don't need an Urborg, and we're good to go. Rebound's doing nothing. My green wilted to black. Yeah, I could Titan in Takenuma. There's a million things we can do here. We're just playing the good old casually long game with our 4-color opponent. We have 9 minutes left, but we have a game in the bag, so we need to just play to win this one. And I think we've got the winning line here. Opponent concedes just because we have the oppression of so many cards here. This next turn is literally Inquisition, then play Titan, then Abandon Mire. If they counter, if they exile it, we Karn, go get it again. We wipe their board of creatures, and then we're going to get to attack with Titan, or we'll get them with a Mega Walking Blister or a Follow-Up Wormcoil. 4-color, punched in the jaw. Down it goes, 1-0. At least green didn't catch fire. Nice. I haven't been putting YouTube content up there in 2017, but I appreciate it. Doesn't mean we didn't have some followers before. Maybe you were watching some of the Mario Maker stuff back a few years prior. Welcome to the live stream. Made that match seem so easy. Mazemind tone, like the fact that we kind of have both invalidates the argument between one or the other. Profane Tutor gets countered so much by Teferi, that's why you don't play it. Yes, it gets bounced. Mazemind Tome gets bounced, but you saw I just sat there. I was like, fine, you draw 1 card. Are you going to counter this? No. I mean, they even prismatic ending one of them. Great, I can go grab it with card now. It's fantastic. All right, well, I guess we'll keep this hand. Look at this. We got a Thoughtseize. Coupe de Grace. Watching normally on YouTube, but is live. It's good people are live, coming by it and seeing the stream. How's Tome over map? Well, we haven't missed map yet. Profane Tutor kind of filling the map role. Sort of. Is Coffers a good matchup against 4 colors piles? I don't think I've maybe lost a very small amount of times. I usually lose to Murktide. All right, rip a Thoughtseize, play a Thoughtseize, do a Thoughtseize. Yep. Oh, well, shoot. Well, shoot, opponent. I guess I'll take your Violent Outburst, but yeah, that's a hand. That's a hand. I need the graveyard gone. Living End, double Street Wraith for my opponent. Am I winning? I'm trying. 4-color hasn't ever been really a big problem, though. A lot of water in here. Cycle. Can I get a relic off the top, please? Yeah. At some point, we just have enough that we get through all their counter magic or their interaction, and then Coffers can keep up with our opponents in terms of card draw with the Mazemind Tome builds. All right. Well, this is going to be an interesting game here. I'm going to go ahead and Thoughtseize again, hoping that my opponent doesn't have 2 Violent Outbursts or other things. What? What does this do? Look at the top 2 cards of your eye, put one of them into your hand, the other in the graveyard. So I'll probably just take that and be like, you get 1 cycle here. Damnation's not a bad card to have here. Opponent goes all spin, spin, maybe 1 turn later. I'm hoping I get 1 turn here. If they do it right here, I'm much dead. All right, well, we're alive. Don't spin here. Don't spin. Don't spin. I don't need all this to show up now. I can I can't really handle it later either, right? Instant speed, kind of rough. What are you doing, opponent? Don't do it. Don't burst me. Oh, thank goodness. Came to play tapped. All right. Karn get bridge or Tormod's Crypt is obviously what I want to do. I am going to hit them with the field right now. I'd prefer to have a lot more swamps. What's up, Donnie? Gifting a sub to Fenris Dream. Fenris Dream. They do get a free cycle here if they want it. The Donster. Oh, look at that island. That's a good island from Saga. Waker is used here. Street Wraith. Opponent's at 10. All right, really quick. If they were to spin 3, 6, 10, 17, 25, 25 plus 7, 33, 13. Yeah, so I just have to go Karn and go get Tormod's Crypt and hope. I can't make enough out of the March to save myself. We'll go get Tormod's Crypt. I'm just gonna hope that I can cast it. Am I dead? Oh, I'm alive. All right. I'm gonna wait. If they like crack the Wooded Foothills, I'll go ahead and fire off the Tormod's Crypt here. Otherwise, I kind of have to leave it open. Yeah, we'll just eat the graveyard right now. I don't want some weird Otawara tricks and making everything awkward and everything like that. We're just gonna be happy we did that. I can maybe Torok them. Got the Damnation, got some marches to keep us alive. I'm feeling okay right now. I think I could be feeling a lot better, but I'm feeling okay. No red mana. Oh, it's sideways, the red mana. That forest is pretty good too. This is in the correct set though. Bounces good old Karn. I'll take it. Opponent's got 2 cards here. 2 cards. We just go for this play. Obviously. Kick it. Get rid of the 2 cards. Top deck, my friend. Oh, it was all lands. Uh-oh. Actually, that's okay. Like, there's this weird that's okay kind of mentality because it's like, you know, it's not going to hurt me. Fetch, play Karn. I'm gonna go get Liquid Metal, I think. I could get Sunrain, but I'm not quite there. I'm getting Liquid Metal to potentially take them off the red. Red and then maybe the green, although that's like 30 turns away. There's nothing in this graveyard though, and I'm attacking for 4 a turn. I could go get a Walking Ballista. Actually, that's probably what I should be doing. Walking Ballista and just end the game there. All right, opponent concedes. We're up a game here, and a much quicker game than normal. We'll get the Necromentias in this time around. Fatal pushes can go here. They're spinning, they're winning, pretty much. I like the Tormod Crypt for the Karn to go get. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with what we got here. Necromentias, Relics, and then Karn to go get Tormod's Crypt. Inquisition Thought seizes to take care of some stuff. Necromentia hit the living end. What else you got? I mean, yeah, if you could hardcast a 5/5, that's fine. As long as it's not the hexproof one, which I guess is the 5/5. Yeah, 4 mainboard Relic is reasonable. Oh, do we just do this? I mean, how? Oh, they mulled the 6 too. Oh, I'm doing it. Oh no, one lander. No, Floppy, what are you doing? Man, if I top deck a land in the top 2, oh, they're done. I guess it has to be very specifically a swamp. They mulled a 5. Look at all these. Look at all these. Oh, 5 cards. 4 cards left. All right, who's ready for that Veil of Summer? Damnation's not a bad one at some point during this game. We'll start with an Inquisition. It's some things. Perfect. Look at that. Oh, just steal the Force of Negation. The game's over. Okay, maybe not, but... Come on, land. They can't Veil. That's... What? Oh, yeah, because Living End. I forget this all the time. All right, Thoughtseize. Where's my lands, chat? They're like, do I cycle Architects of Will? Look at this hand. It's wild. I could just die to this. That would be really bad. I guess I just take one of these. Doesn't really matter which one I take. At least I get to look at a really cool Brazen Borrower. Here, we'll put that. Can I make that any bigger? I cannot. That's as big as it gets. There you go. Logical. Thank you for the resub. Oh, Donnie's gifting. That's what's happening. Maybe I was supposed to Thoughtseize the Brazen Borrower. I don't really have a way to kill that. Hey, Urborg. All right, let's go ahead and... I'm going to Mazemind Tome here. If my opponent has a way to just spin everything out, great. They're going to put the Brazen Borrower into play probably anyway. So let's go ahead and Mazemind Tome and use this to find our lands. Because Karnas are out here, or lands for Damnation. Street Wraith, okay. See, they could have just cycled that. Okay, they cycle. They're not putting Brazen Borrow into play. They could bounce this. I think that would be a bad use of their bounce, though. Okay, scrying for lands, scrying for lands. Oh, it's a bad land. It's a bad land. We bottom it. We already have one of those. Scry again for lands. Oh, it's going to the bottom. We need different lands. Oh, we did it. Okay. All right, Thoughtseize. Is your wallet no end? All right, they petty theft the Mazemind Tome. We could arguably play that back down right here. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at these cards. These are terrible. They're terrible. I guess they could grief me. I'll take the Living End. You can have that ley line there. Buy me a house. All right, I need to hit one more land here, and I need the card in the hand not to do the Cascade shenanigans. They're not just blasting it off here, so... Which is, like, kind of good, kind of not. All right, we hit our land. So we're good in that sense. I'm going to just Karn and go... And just go for the Tormod's Crypt here. They've got it, they got it. Okay, now we just wait. Nice and slowly here with the Tormod's Crypt. Flash in the Brazen Borrower, kill the Karn. It's okay by me. Good thing they didn't start with the ley line. Yeah, that would have been rough. All right. Gives Karn the good old poke. Plays a land down. Turok's going to be our play here. I'm going to leave the Mazemind alone for the moment. Cast with Kicker. Clears the rest of their hand here. That's the plan. Clear the hand. Grow the Turok. They're thinking. Imagine losing to Coffers' Living End. We have a fairly good matchup against them. Main board relics, necromentias, hand disruption, lots of wrath effects, ways to gain life. Puts another Brazen Borrow into play. Okay. There goes that ley line. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and scry because we do kind of want to continue. One, to hit our land drops like that. But two, you can have that. It's fine. We're gonna have to probably damnation the board here because otherwise we die to this stuff. I know we lose our creature, but we're in a great spot here. We got the Tormod's Crypt to keep their graveyard locked down here. I really kind of get back into that whole 4-color mentality where I don't have to do just about anything here. Let's draw a card. Let's play a relic down. I don't care if they force this. I mean, at this point, I guess I'll just Thoughtseize for good measure. We have everything covered now. Endurance. We don't have that one covered. Rude. They get their graveyard back. That's fine. I don't care. A whole bunch of cards that don't matter too much to me. Okay, so gonna be drawing with the Mazemind Tome, trying to find an answer to Endurance here. We have some. We have a lot, but we have some. I don't believe I fire off the relic just yet. I am gonna eat the ley line, I suppose. This could kill us. It could. You like the Mazemind Tome? It's definitely not a bad card. Draw, gain some life, offset this attacking me. Remember, I can always draw with the relic if I wanted to. Let's go ahead and put 2 Profane Tutors off into the distance here. In 2 turns, they will help me get Cabal Coffers plus a March to annihilate this, if that's the direction we think we need to go. Now, my opponent could hardcast something nasty here. If they do, we might be dead. 3 and then the 4/4, 7 on board, and I would be at 6. Doesn't appear that is what they're doing, though. All right, 2 Profanes coming off here. Brazen Bar would be nasty. There is a Swamp. I'm going to cantrip the Relic. I'm a little bit nervous here. Ooh, a Necromentia. I don't even know what I care about. I know what I care about now. Force of Negation. They have a Living End. I wasn't even going to name the Living End. It feels real bad. I'll play the land. Things are good. They have a Living End in hand. I have 2 Profane Tutors coming off. I have the graveyard covered with the Tormod's Crypt. I'm at 3. Gulp. Panic. Cast the first one. Okay. How do we want to do this? Just 2 marches? March plus something else, probably. March plus Karn kind of feels correct. Let's do March. I could get a Coffers here. I like March and Karn, though. Nice. Okay. 1, 2, Mazemind. So let's hit this first. Cast. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. And then we'll put a Mazemind tome down. Probably Scry. Then we'll get Karn. Maybe Sundering Titan for good measure. Coffers could have been fun with Karn. If I did Coffers and Karn, I could have gotten like Wormcoil Engine there. But then I died to the Brazen Borrow in the sky. Coffers plus Archon? Could have done that. It's a possibility as well. There's a lot of ideas. We don't typically play with the Archon, so it wasn't top of mind for me to go get. But because it is a one of in this list, it definitely is an option. I think our line is fine here too. I think Karn gives us a lot of power next turn for flexibility, and our Mazemind tome should find something hopefully. Worst case, we Karn and then Karn, you down tick, you go get a bridge and you stop a Fury. I want to cast a Living End here to get the endurance back. I respect that. I need to play. I mean, I would argue Karn feels like playing to win, but I might not be playing to win. I don't know. You have to remember, my mind works like a little. And please don't tell me about Tormod's Crypt with this. Just don't worry about it. Chat's gonna like lose their mind about this Tormod's Crypt. You have to remember that I am a Prison player at heart, and what I do in these matchups is play Prison. So let's all calm down before you all lose your mind. We're okay. There are many ways to play Magic. This is the style in which you are now on the ride. The roller coaster's left the station, and as you're screaming to get off, I unfortunately have to inform you the emergency stop button is broken. Hang on. The adventure is about to begin. Remember, we want them to lose in the most spectacular of fashions. Right? We want their little soul to be crushed. That is the ultimate goal here. What is this? Subtlety. Subtlety. I'll put that on top. You love the play I played instead of Archon Coffers? Well, I mean, if my opponent finds the petty theft, we're going to die. Living on the edge of our seat. Seems weird that it is a black deck that you don't get Archon first. 6, 7, 8 with the Mazemind tome. I'm going to just scry. I'm putting, obviously, the Titan back on top. I'm going to uptick on the Mazemind tome just to have a blocker in case things go really sideways here. Play our Sundering Titan. I'm going to make sure they have no more blue mana. Done. Nice. 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 All right. Our opponent's little soul was crushed. Many lines there. Archon probably would have been pretty good as well. My opponent spins off that Living End, though, and we lose the Archon. Kind of interesting. Depends, you know. Karn gets around the Living End strategies. All depends on what we end up running into. Ended up working out in the end. You take your path, I'll take mine. Well prisoned. Well prisoned. I need my opponent to just be disappointed. They need to log off Magic Online for the night. when they go to bed after taking a shower and stare at their ceiling and they're counting the little glowing stars that are still up in their rooms. Because I have mine up in mine. Duh. And they go, where did I go wrong? Who is Fluffy Wolf 2? Why was I paired against Fluffy Wolf 2? They could have suspended the living end due to Urborg. That's true. All right, this hand doesn't do anything at the beginning. We'll keep. Here comes Burn or something, right? No companion, just a Misty. Also, I'm not playing full arts because I get to play these. They're the secret layers, snow-covered forests. They're snow-covered swamps. They're cool. Prison all the way, but this deck is pretty sweet. I mean, this one can feel very Prison-like. Prison, you have to obviously just kind of note down, it is going to be more controlling in its own way, right? Prison is a subset of control. It's a very specific approach to it. So what I would encourage, if possible, budget allowing and if possible, is to play 2 types of control style builds, Prison and then something maybe like over the top or straight like nice Jeskai control or blue-white control. That way, when the meta shifts or does things differently, you have that opportunity to swap out. Because swapping out, I think, is extremely important sometimes. If you can't swap out to another strategy, sometimes you can get onto a bit of a losing streak, and your F&M days are going to be rough. And that way you can kind of build to list too. This Murktide's kind of huge here. I don't really have a good way to kill that right on time. Well, Murktide might kill me here. This does not surprise me, though. Murktide is the killer of killers. Maybe I shouldn't let that resolve and should draw with this relic. Maybe I'm not drawing with that relic. Oh gosh, it's Ragavan. Go away, monkey. What do I play in paper? Red Prison. When was the last time I played paper? Red Prison. All right, I'm going to draw here with the relic. I probably missed a slight opportunity to do this. This will grow. We're looking for a Damnation off the top 2 cards. That's what we're looking for. We miss. Okay. We miss. This makes 4 right now. It doesn't make 5. We're in a lot of trouble here. I think I Blast Zone, put it for 1, use it on the Ragavan here. Try to do that Damnation again, but my opponent's now untapped. I mean, it doesn't feel very great to do this here. Because now Damnation doesn't feel very good. I think if they play like a Darcy here, I'm just dead. We'll take our first loss of the night and see if we can recoup here in game 2 and 3. Steam Vents, shock that in, opponent. Nicely done. Archmage Charm represented here. Definitely will slam like Karn, go get bridge if I'm given that window here. My opponent just might just 6 and bolt me. Damnation will be ooh, it's Marches. Well, let me see if they tap out. Murktide is definitely not a great matchup. Tap out. Tap out further. Further. Use another consider. I guarantee you they have a counter spell. I gotta try to hit this for as much as I can, though. Boom. Done. For 7. Got the counter? Boom. They had the counter, chat. All right. I go to 3. Ugh. Bolted. All right. Let's see here. Murktide, Murktide, Murktide. We've already have the relics. They're not great. We'll bring the Inquisitions in. It really is typically for the relics. We could bring Feed the Swarms in as more removal. Just take out all the relics. Maybe take out like a pair of Profanes and a pair of relics here. That's probably okay. I feel like I should just take all the relics out. They're just not very good in this matchup. Let's do that. All right. Oh, Murktide. Let's see what we can do against Murktide. Don't really need the Necromentias. What we have to do in this matchup is bleed them out of resources. We have to treat it a little like 4-color. The problem is if our removal doesn't exactly line up with their creatures, we can fall very far behind. This hand could be interesting. A Profane Tutor's probably going to get countered. The Turok's probably not doing a lot. We need probably those Fatal Pushes and something lower. I hit the keep button and meant to actually not hit the keep button. We'll just see what this happens. I was going to mulligan this hand. We didn't mulligan. Oh boy. Oh boy. Probably fetch immediately here just to thin out the 1 of 9 of my swamps. Just no monkey, please. All right, I can handle that card. All right, let's get a removal spell, shall we? Removal, removal. Brings in or kept in subtlety. Intriguing. Removal? All right. I'm going to play the Mazemind Tome over doing the Profane. The Profane's highly likely to get countered. The Mazemind Tome I'm going to use, obviously, to draw with. I will probably scry the first time. We'll see. Relics aren't very good in this matchup. You gotta trust the Black Coffers community on that one. Oh, what was the Thoughtseize? They might use that. They do. All right, let's go ahead and scry here. Bottom Karn. Looking for removal. Engineered on 1 would be better than a relic right now. I think we lose the Profane Tutor. Okay. Not going to scry here. Just going to take the natural draw. Okay. Let's see if they dash in Monkey again. There's plenty of worse feelings. Monkey getting Fire Artisan or other cards like that against us have been pretty bad. I want to kind of draw here. But I could also gain the maximum amount of life here. Let's just gain the max here. Max that mana provides. I don't think Necromentia naming Murktide is a very good play. It's also on turn 3. And while it is intriguing, I'm not convinced it's a great idea. Let's go ahead and draw. If I don't hit anything that removes this, we'll Profane. All right. Monkey had Thoughtseize and they took my Persist with my Archon in the yard. Oh. That can be rough. All right, opponent's got a bit of an open turn here. Obviously, we don't want them to play land and get a Murktide. Right now, they can't. There's Ledger Shredder, so something like Damnation would be a little bit better than what we've got right now. Invoke Despair is okay, though. It draws 2. It does get countered by a Spell Pierce. Ledger Shredder hits the bin. We got a 2-4 and a 1-1. Shocks into Steam Vents. Screams Counterspell. Attacks for 1. Down to 16 we go. Ironically, I don't think we have an instant. Oh no, we do have an instant in here. Profane is not coming off the top yet. I'm gonna just smash a Invoke Despair, I think. Just making sure our mana lines up. Invoke Despair, this is into the counter spell. Then we can get, hopefully, Profane into Damnation, clear the board. F6 here. We're going to use Mazemind Tome at end step, potentially. If they don't do a whole lot of damage here, I might not even use the Mazemind Tome to use it for a draw, but we do have to get this to drawing and get to up to 4, so it offsets an attack or 2 here. Looks like it'll offset 1 attack. So consider before things happen. Opponent might be trying to find the way to get this into the 3-3 territory. Puts the card on top, though. They like it. Is it Murktide? I mean, it has to be Damnation, right? From us. Opponent attacks for 3. Doesn't play the second spell to get a larger Ledger Shredder, possibly. They won't tap out if it's Murktide. Plays a Blood Moon. This is fine. I do need one more Swamp for Invoke Despair, but this is fine. You never play Blood Moon against it unless you're playing Red Prison because you have nothing else to bring in. We leave Mazemind Tome alone. We're going to go get a Damnation, clear the board, and then my opponent won't have counter magic, which is hilarious, and we'll probably win from there. So no Murktide to worry about. I guess unless they force this. But I think we'll be fine. Where's my Damnation? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, Damnation. I was just seeing if there's a reason to do anything else. That's kind of a fun card, too. Let's go ahead and draw, just to make sure we don't draw something else I want to do. A little Damnation. I do give them, because of the Profane, a look here with the Ledger Shredder, but we're looking good here. Karn the Great Creator looks good. I actually don't want to fire off the Invoke now. It's just going to just sit dead in my hand for a little bit. Oh well. What are you going to do? Woo! Bloodman wins! Mistakes were made. All right. We're on the draw. I think I still stick with the stuff that I have. If we really feel like Relic's going to give us some value, we can always get it off Karn. Engineered Explosive is something that I think I want in here as a one of. So the question is, what am I doing instead? Maybe the Feed the Swarm out. Feed the Swarm is one of the ways to get rid of Murktide, but a Murktide can get killed by an Invoke after a Engineered kills some stuff. Maybe we do the Feed the Swarm out. Maybe I take one March out. Maybe I take a Turok out. Man, I don't know. I really don't know where this Engineered would come in. Maybe I just take the Invoke out. Fancy one. It's tough to say. I could even take one Thoughtseize out potentially. I'm leaning towards this Invoke though. For the Engineer, maybe one Profane. Ugh. Trying to think of situations where I'd want each one. Obviously, this is pretty decent. The way the Blood Moon kind of worked there, I think they're not gonna do that again. Let's take the feed out. The feed out and leave the invoke in here. Again, we won't cast it if the same scenario happens, but they'll probably fetch some basics if possible this time. One lander, but it's got some decent one drops. This is probably a send back. Opponent mulls the 6. Game 3 is free every time. I mean, I like this hand, but I don't know if I like it this much. Removal, discard. All right, chat. We've been riding the high wave here. We get 2 draws. We'll find it. Opponent mulled the 6 as well. That was part of my decision. We have the Urborg, so that turns on all of the coffers if we draw them. But we're a boss. We know what we're doing. We're gonna attempt an Inquisition here. Greed appears to have paid off. We'll see. Maybe they're gonna dash in a monkey after a spell pierce here. I'm gonna cry. What? Steve heads. No. Okay. All right, that's 1 counter down. Dash that monkey in. Do it. Dash. Dashing monkey. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Dashing monkey. No! No! Don't use it. All right, they either take the Thoughtseize because they don't want me to take monkey, or they take the Fatal Push so I don't kill monkey at instant speed. I guess they take the Thoughtseize, right? Yep. Okay. We'll rip a Thoughtseize here. That's how this works, right? You can't convince me there's not a little Thoughtseize bug somewhere in the world of Magic. Let's just take the Ragavan. Then they'll get their own Ragavan. It's fair trade. All right, there's Misty. And Darcy. I'll just wait. See if they fetch. Let's hit this for the absolute minimum and hope that they didn't draw a card that was instant speed that could potentially put the artifact into the graveyard. The Fatal Push can get the Ledger Shredder, so can the Blood Chief's Thirst. Opponent plays a land here. We have Ledger Shredder. Opponent is just not interested in jamming this. Play our land. We're looking okay. Another land here would be great. Get the Damnation. Kick the Blood Chief's Thirst. Deal with Murktides. That's a good question, Ferret. I don't know. That's a good question. No covered island played. My opponent could do a Blood Moon now. It'd be a little more effective than last time. Oh. Well, I took the creature. They had a Scalding Tarn. Now they have a Bobble. Hit F6, obviously. Yes! Draw now, and I will draw the Thoughtseize again. My 4th Thoughtseize that I don't play in this list. Okay, Pawns MTG, welcome, folks. How's everyone doing? Wonder if I feel the Ruin like Spire Bluff Canal or something here. Hopefully the night was good. All right, I'm going to do it to thin my library just a tiny bit here. Less red for them too. Oh my gosh, it was a strip mine. Give me another Field of Ruin. Well, that kind of works. We're just going to fire this off right now. No reason to wait here. I know that they don't have a creature out there, but we got to just pressure. Make sure they don't Archmage Charm draw 2. Let's let them. Okay, that's for 2, right? I guess I'll pay for this. I don't care if they hit me with Monkey now. I get to invoke them. Now you're going to counter me? I know they have Scalding Tarn, so what's the last card? Oh, countered. Okay. They got us. Oh, 2 for 1. It's like the Power Thoughtseize. Power Thoughtseize. Zale's the greatest mod? I don't even know what's happening. Oh, the shout out? Zale's vying for #1 mod of the year. That's true. It was even better than Strip Mine. You're not wrong. All right, Murky's here. Murky's here. I guess we'll just invoke it away. Death to you, opponent. Could put an engineered on 1. We'll just sit here casually. Wait for my opponent to give up. All right. Doing decent tonight. Running hot. Running hot. Blood Moon's a scary card. Stops Coffers, lets me play Magic. That's how it is. W. Scott Jackson's our opponent. We got 2 lands plus Mazemind plus a Relic. I guess that does some things against some decks. Let's play. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Flooded Strand. No, illegal plays. Okay. Do the good old fetch here, thin the library because I top decked a land. It wouldn't be as important. Maybe Omnath is a thing I have to be worried about. We get to steal this from them. Flooded Strand going to the art. Nom Nom by Relic. They go get probably a Triome. We might have Footfalls. We might have a 4-color list. We might have Wrenn and 6 here. Who knows? Double blue here off the Misty getting... Oh, a Chalice. A Chalice. Okay, I'm gonna play Mazemind Tome. Pass turn. What? Who do they think they are? Who does W. Scott Jackson think they are playing Chalice against me? Excuse me? Oh, don't Prismatic Ending Mazemind Tome. This card's so good. That's pretty good. I'm gonna bottom. I have enough swamps. I said I had enough swamps. Merfolk? Maybe. If it is, we got them. I am for eel. Meant to make your daughter cry. I'm a poor fish. And not a guy. Maybe it's just Guy works. I don't know. Damnation looks like it may be okay here. It's an interesting island. Expressive, obviously splashing red for Blood Moon and expressive iteration. I'll be honest, I don't know what they have, and they have a Fire and Ice now. Do I just cantrip this Relic? Sure, you can tap that down. I really don't know what's happening here. I'm gonna do this right now. Get rid of that red. I have a Relic. That's all that's happening here. It's not like I'm using the Relic. Dark Poet Bill. Appreciate it. Wow, field would be so much better against this castle. So it's a fairy. Just upticks. I can't kill the Teferi, unfortunately. I feel like this is like Relic pop territory, and let's get things moving along. Castle's all right for us. March, kind of tasty. Hold on. Here, this, cast, done. I had to pitch 1 card to kill the Teferi. I might as well go for this. If they have a counter, they counter it. That's fine. It's whatever. I'm trying to get rid of the Teferi so I can not have it draw here. All right, so they draw. Reliquum 1. Kind of annoying because it prevents me doing like an Inquisition or Thoughtseize. Prevents cards like this. I do have Karn in the list, so I guess I'll hold the relic and not use it. And I can still use the castle. I'll take damage, but I think taking the damage is okay here. I suppose they'll flash in something like a Solitude at some point, and I'll be a little bit sad. But we got to keep up with them a little bit here. Okay, field's good. Here we can get rid of the castle. Will do. That will be the play of this turn. Stop them from doing their thing. Here's float blue. They're floating blue because they have that memory, the dig through time-esque card, right? Okay, Archmages themselves. Pass turn. There, memory deluge. Throw away relic, less damage. I have Karn. Karn can uptick the chalice, then this becomes a draw. I don't think I care about taking damage right now. Could be wrong. That being said, I don't know how I beat 2 Teferis. We're not really in a position to beat 2 Teferis from where we're at right now. And the damage to me is insignificant right now. This is just countered by here. I mean, we could do it if we wanted to. It just gets countered. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing against this. Probably hitting this button here. Yeah. All right. Timing them out. They're moving along just fine. Let's go to game 2. So Inquisition's in over relics. I could like Necromentia Teferi. It's like maybe a thing I want to do. I could Necromentia counter spells as well. March is okay. Fatal Push is okay, but probably not worth 4 of. Let's just do it. Let's try Necromentia for counter spells. We have Inquisition and Thoughtseize. Obviously, they have Chalice, and we have Karn to get rid of that if we get that chance. I got names, you know, like Archmage Charm and Counterspell first with Necromentia if we get that. I don't think Damnation needs to go out here necessarily. Torak could be an MVP. Damnation's a good way to like clean up the board if my opponent has like a Shark and then plays. I mean, while they didn't show Ragavan or Darcy, they still could potentially have them. They could do Shark plus like a Solitude, and I may need a Damnation to clear the board. I can also pitch the Damnation to March rather than like a Relic where I can't pitch it, and that might become relevant against a Planeswalker. But yeah, Torak's probably our MVP card if we can get it to land. Yeah, that's why we're doing like a little bit of Fatal, a little bit of Damnation. I do not want Feed the Swarm at all. We want turn 1 Inquisition Thoughtseize, maybe like a Fatal or Bloodchief for a March in hand. We want a turn 4 Torok. We want a Cabal, Saga, maybe a Necromentia and a Mazemind Tome to start the hand. That's what we're looking for. We do want to do the thing, yeah. Obviously, I want to play first. Oh, all right. I'm gonna keep it. We're gonna have to draw some gas off the top. We'll fetch, but having a little bit of information at the beginning is never a bad thing. All right, so we have the Chalice on 1. We have Counterspell, Dovin Veto, and a Prismatic Ending. I have enough 1-mana interaction. I probably just take the Chalice, but I could also take like the Dovin Veto here and plan to just invoke them. We have Liquid Metal Coating, and we usually overvalue our opponents, and we kill Planeswalkers. We don't need to disable the Planeswalkers. I kind of want to just ignore this Chalice and take a Counterspell and then get the value off of at least one of these Invoke Despairs. I don't know if one's harder to cast than the other one. This is a non-creature. I guess I'll take the Counterspell because I could hit Torok. That'll make them think for the next game as well. We're just going to jam our stuff. Jam it, jam it, jam it. Urborg plus then Coffers would be the best next 2 draws. Here comes Chalice on 1. Karn wouldn't be a bad draw either here. No Voidwalker in this, no. What I may do now, because they don't have too many cards here, or too many lands, and I have the extra Coffers, I might make an effort to play 2 spells a turn. And hit that with the field. I think that's what I'm going to do. I could take them off red. The shark. It sort of matters. We'll go off red instead of the hall. We do have a number of fields. Blood Chief's Thirst cannot hit the shark right now, and the Invoke just got slightly worse with the shark in play. Big Teferi. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't do Invoke twice, unfortunately. I'd like to be able to do that twice. Can we do that? I mean, I can. I think I go for it. We know it's Dovin Veto. Maybe they got a counterspell, but Archon gets rid of some stuff. Mainly like this, but I draw a card. They discard. Things happen. This is decent. I'm not against what just happened there. And then this gets us closer to doubling down on Invoke Despair. Plus they have a threat that they need to get rid of. I'll take it. I'll take it. Got Solitude. Solitude. Opponent untaps for the Dovin Veto. It's pretty good. Mazemind Tome. All right. I make 5. Invoke Despair. They'll counter this one, and then I'll invoke again, and I get rid of the 2. At least that's the attempt here. There we go. I don't really have any follow-up here, so pass. All right, so that was the double use of the card. It's about as good as it gets for us. We do have a hull that I have to worry about now. Plays a Teferi. That counters the Profane Tutor. We do have a lot of mana. The March can hit the hull. 5 oh. Oh, you mean 50 months. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of time, Evan. How's it going? How was Baldur's Gate? Let's draw. Bork. Profane. Profane, pass turn. They're going to march this away, probably. Sorry, Prismatic. I might march the Teferi. Yeah, you jinxed it. It's Evan Curse. What does this deck lose to? We're seeing it in action. Double Profane here. They're going to want to guard Teferi. Let's start with a Mazemind Tome and draw with a Mazemind Tome. Again. Okay. We can Necromentia for a counter spell, and then I could hit the Teferi, and then if I hit the Teferi, theoretically, my Profanes come off and I can win from there. You're just saying your sub numbers? Let's Necromentia them. The question is what counter spell? I have one counter, one Dovin, one Archmage. I'd probably just name Archmage Charm. Oh, this is going to get the counter. This is going to get red-white mana. Prismatic's the Mazemind Tome. It's got to be Archmage. Got to be Archmage, right? I don't go counterspell here, do I? Just hope they don't have counterspell that they just thought of not using. Dang it, they have a counterspell. They had another Teferi anyway. All right, well, I get rid of the Archmage Charms. Dang it. Okay. Wow, they have a Supreme Verdict. Name Teferi. I was trying to get through the counterspell so I could kill the Teferi. I'll go full value here. Oh, full value. Maybe they'll counter. Dang it. Why didn't they counter that? That's crazy. I have 2 kill spells. Well, I was going to kill the Teferi. And then I was going to get the Profane Tutors, but that's not happening. Well, if I took the Teferi out of hand, they counter it so that the Profane Tutors don't happen. But we've already talked about this is why you don't play Profane Tutors. All right. Top deck is Mazemind Tome. They're going to counter that? Answer is always no. Always no. Who counters Stephanie? Ooh. Okay. I hold this, I think, for a turn here, and I'm going to try to double spell next turn. Mazemind's good. It's not bad. We know it's not bad. They're going to get rid of this right now. All right, the hope is I get a good card here, and I can Torok and then play the good card, like Karn or something. All right, they have counterspell in hand. Give me a spell. Oh, I didn't do that Chalice at the very beginning. I'm going to pass for 1 turn. Chalice check them. You play differently online than you do in paper. They can boot up Hall and have 2 mana open, but this is like the window that I potentially have 2 cards here, right? Come on, spell. Oh, come on, spell. Just gonna pass. I need the second spell. No, it does not change when you kick a card. Castle now. Now they have 3 mana. 30 life. Look at that. Handy spin? That's a cool looking one. I have a couple turns here. Come on, payoff card. Okay. I'll necromentia your counterspell. I'll necromentia your counterspell. All right. Kick. Kick it real good. Kick, kick, kick. Snapcaster and counterspell is what I got. That's not bad. This is still a problem. Got a 4/3. Ooh, expressives are really good for them. Shark Typhoon. Oh no. Just plays a Shark Typhoon. Uptick the Teferi. They're at 10. Can I get like an Archon here? A Karn? What is this? What is this? All right. They can tab down Turok all they want. Looks like blue-white's going to get us. It's like some blue-white mage showed up. They subbed to cover it up, but really, they just came to taunt us. Wow, look at this. They're not even booting up Hall. Just attacks me for 2. Well, that can go nuclear on something. I want to gain a lot of life. A lot of life. All the life. I'm going to hold the other 2 cards. You never know. I could get a Karn. Try to gain 15. I feel like they're holding this block to block because they attacked with one of these, but maybe they have the counter spell. Cycles. Ah, grows. It's a 5/4 now. Do I gain 15, please? No, no, no. Cycle. What is this? That's okay, but that could find a counter spell. Oh, we killed it. All right, we're at 36. Whoa! 5/4 Turok though can attack into some kind of beefy sharks here. So we're like field plus damnation does get us a little bit back into this game. 4 cards, 16 in their library. I'm going for it. Boot it up, opponent. I forgot it existed there. Boot it up. This is our last chance, everyone. Whoa, no, this isn't what I wanted you to do. I forgot they could cast this too. You're supposed to boot this up. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Well, I'm still gonna try a damnation here. Give him the good old counter, make a 2/2. Everything's gone. Everything's gone. All right, they're gonna make a 4/4 here at end step. Maybe I was supposed to take that chalice at the very beginning and just not worry about the 2 counter spells. It's a 4/4. Kicked and alternate flashback cost do not change converted mana cost. It's a 4/4. That's true. Invoke Despair gets rid of the Shark Typhoon. Maybe I can just live for the last 11 cards to be drawn from my opponent. Oh no. Look at that. My opponent's got 2 Shark Typhoons now. Hitting for 10 a turn. Karn. Do. Let's just ignore this card over here. We don't need them to be sacrificing this. They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that. Oh, this is on my turn. That's a smart move. Nice. Nice move, opponent. Damnation. We'll try it. What do I get? Got a Karn. Try to play Karn. Uptick on the Chalice. Fatal push one of these. All right, blue-white takes us down. Splashing red for fire and ice and or expressive iteration. 3-1. Playing for that 4-1 like we predicted. Chalice is a pretty good card. Chalice is pretty good. I'm not sure. Because if we found the Turok, if we get a Mazemind Tome down for a turn or two, I mean, you can just find Karn and get rid of the Chalice. That's why I can't see having taken the Chalice, but maybe I was supposed to. Maybe I'm supposed to because I have the Inquisitions and Thought Seizes and we're supposed to be taking the cards. We did Necromentia some of the counter spells out of their list, so. I'm out of water. I'm going to need water. We're queued up. We got to get one more down. Karn's just angry with us. We haven't been playing Karn in our Red Prison lists. No, it's going to be the mirror match. I'm going to really need some water for this. It's Russ. Well, I don't know how to play the mirror match if it is. He probably does. We'll keep. We have Profane tutors. Please don't kill me, Russ. Crap. All right, Russ. Let's do this. It's mirror enough. He says he's trying spice. All right. Well, I'm trying the 5-0 list. Oh no, Russ and I have both met the mirror before. Now he's big on Mazemind Tome, and our pilot that created this list is bigger on Profane. So we'll see. Profane might be the mirror breaker though. We'll see. We'll see. Is he live right now? No Teferi here. That is very true. All right. So if you go check out that Twitch, you'll see his perspective. Russ is hilarious. Russ is hilarious. Russ might be worth just like rating right after this and just being like, party at Russ's. What's up, Saruta? What's up, Tari? I'm just gonna hack the name in half. Our streams are like the antithesis vibe of Fluffy streams. Yeah, we're like opposites. When we streamed together, it was really good. He's updating his stream decker. We need to have a conversation with Russ. Make sure that everything's on the up and up before he goes live. All right. Russ has 3 lands. Trick is that Russ has a Mazemind Tome. I have double Coffers, though. We're going to play into our double Coffers and go get maybe an Urborg off the Profane. I could also go get a Karn. If I go get a Karn, though, playing the Coffers was a mistake. If they play their own Karn here, I might... Oh, we're going to find out if I draw a... All right, I did draw a Swamp, so I could go get Urborg if I wanted, but I think I go get Karn. Right? What's the spice, Russ? What do you got for me? What crazy artifact thing do you have for me? Thing is, I could invoke, too, to kill their Karn, but I kind of want to shut down their own Mazemind Tome. Blood Chief Thirst their Karn, too. There's a lot of weird things happening in this game. I don't know what you get. Sundering Titan's not very good in this matchup. You kill a swamp. I guess if we have an Urborg out, you could kill this. Wormcoil makes some sense. I have the way to clean the Wormcoil up, though. You like Urborg Invoke? I like Karn, just stop their Mazemind. Coding is such a trap, says Russ. It's got to be Karn here, right? It's not Archon, is it? I think it's Karn. We play a swamp. We just play Karn here. I don't even know if I go get anything, honestly. I could go get my own Wormcoil. What if I go get Bridge, actually? Man, I don't know. You know what? I'm going to go get my own Wormcoil. We're just going to play the mirror match all the way through. Yeah, make Russ play the Urborg for me. I'll keep playing Coffers. He can play the Urborg. This can't be activated. That's good for us. I could, like, uptick and then invoke here. If I want to get rid of the Mazemind Tome. If I don't care about the Mazemind Tome, I can leave it alone. He could also uptick on the Mazemind Tome, attack Karn for 2. There's the Urborg. We're ready. Here comes the Invoke Despair. But I have so much mana now. I got the mana. There's a liquid metal coating. All right. You got it. New Karn. All right, let's Coffers here. Let's go. How much mana do I make? 9, 5, and 4. Let's do it. I'm gonna go get my own liquid metal coating. We're gonna keep this nice and squared up here. I already played a land, so we'll go ahead and pass. And I'm gonna get rid of... I want most of this. I'm gonna get rid of the swamp. I want most of it. All right, he had liquid metal coating. What's he got? Another car in here? What do you got, Russ? Show me the good stuff. Ditch push? I might have to Wrath and push Blood Chief Thirst. That's why I didn't get rid of the push. This is one land that I have here. This could be a march for 3. Cool. An expedition map. All right. Okay. Well, let's blow up the expedition map so they can't get their own coffers. I probably should have floated the mana before doing that, so I could do the Profane Tutor. Let's just play the Wormcoil and pass turn. Slight misstep on our side. Slight. Blood Chiefs, then Wrath. Okay, that's fair. All right, here they go get Coffers. They're going to have a lot of mana this turn. I'm going to field the Coffers. They're going to play their Wormcoil. They're going to just bounce off of each other, probably. What a weird game. What a weird game. He wants to. He wants to and isn't going to. That's not a bad card. Okay. Let's go ahead and attack for 6, see what they do. I think I play out into potential wrath here. Defile. That gets it. Okay. What else are you going to do to me? And draw with Mazemind Tome. Okay. Anything else? I could blow up the Urborg. That might hurt me. Defile is a worm. Playing the Defile list. I could. I think I hit this Cabal Coffers personally. We'll see. This might open up a fatal push. I think that's just going to have to be okay. We're floating tons of mana. Do good old Turok, make him discard some cards here. March and an Invoke. Play Liquid Metal, do a Profane, have a Fatal Push open. Okay. I'm having to try to keep up with the Mazemind Tome, and I think I'm doing an okay job right now. Oh, blow up the Urborg. No. The Cabal Coffers is going to be really good for me. So Profane. Oh, shoot. Now I have an Urborg. He who plays Urborg first initiates match. Such a disadvantage. I don't know which way we're supposed to be going. I have a Profane coming off. I have a Wormcoil over there that I really don't care about. I have removal. I can spot removal this to death. I'm not going to block with anything. I attack back for 7, have the amount that I am taking because of the 3/3. I feel like this is just an Invoke turn. And then see what I draw off the top. I can attack first as well. I think that brings me back into the game. I could also like I could also Archon of Cruelty. I could Karn for bridge. It just depends on what we think they have. I kind of like the Archon here. Or like Mega March. Let's do Archon. See, oh, Karn's a good pickup here too. Let's attack. I think I can attack with both safely here. Gain a little bit of life here. Now let's make some mana. Start with the Archon. I can do Karn and hit this, and I can then Fatal and Bloodchief Thirst some of the stuff here too. Got a lot of options here. A draw here as well. They discard. That grows Turok. I got him for 4, not 5. Mainly because I didn't have to deal with 2 cards here. It's a relic. It's nice. They ditch a relic. Let's Blood Chief's Thirst one of these. Specifically, the Death Touch one sounds like a good one to get rid of. Let's play Karn. I can get rid of their Urborg. They're going to draw with their Mazemind Tome. That makes sense. I think I use this Karn to get rid of lands at this point from them. And I'm going to play the Relic and have Fatal Push open. Give me Relic. This all feels good. All right. That was my turn. That might be a case. I was thinking that I could shut everything off if I needed to off my own Urborg, possibly. Field does say non-basic too. This isn't a field, this is a liquid metal. You're probably not totally wrong. All right, easy Fatal Push. Archon goes through. Get another Urborg of our own. Field would have hit the 1. Weird game. Weird game. Okay. Let's take Relics out. Necromentia's coming in, probably. Let's take a Fatal Push out for an Inquisition. Inquisition Thoughtseize, Necromentia, so I can name some nasty stuff. Yeah, it's gotta be close to it. I can't imagine Relic's good because of Karn. Just depends on if he's like boarding into creatures or not, which we have no idea. I think it's mainly spells, so I think Necromentia is my best bet at like just snagging Karn the Great Creator from them, or Invoke Despair, or March. Those are probably the things I would like to name. Watching us both board is interesting. All right, I like this hand. Let's do it. Let's do it. Keep. All right, we're going to get some information. Maybe they Thoughtseize me. All right, we're probably going to get no information. This is like a good hand that just like, it like dances between what I need. I can go find stuff later, keep up with advantage, get information. I think the Necromentia is just an odd one for me to play, but I think it's better than Relic. All right, they take Thoughtseize to keep me in the dark. That's a good card too. If we can curve out to that, that'd be great. Probably start with a Mazemind Tome. See what they do. Oh, all right. They'll probably steal my Mazemind Tome here. I think they know the value of that. Double Thoughtseize effects. There goes the Mazemind Tome. Obviously going to spin off a Profane Tutor. Naturally drawing an Urborg here is okay. It's a Mazemind Tome. Profane off 1 here. Okay, I could name Cabal. I could name Karn. Invoke Despair. I don't know what I want. I think Karn just lets them go and get things. That's not great. If I name Cabal, their mana's limited. I think Karn is probably the best thing to name. I could see a world where Invoke is okay, but I think I go with the Karn. I'm scared of Cabal and then like them going crazy because of my Urborg, but let's do Karn the Great Creator. All right, we have a Blast Zone, Defile. Ah, yes. 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 Look at it. I love it. It's great. All right, I'm just not going to play creatures. That's what's going to happen here. Anything else that's spicy in here? Invoke. Obliterator. Looks like that's it. Okay. Name Urborg. All right, so ours goes off here. I could like Torok the cards away. Could get my own Karn. Hope to draw the land. Slow the Mazemind tome down. Could get another Necromentia and just name the Obliterator. Then what do they beat me with? They just have a bunch of invokes? I kind of want to do that. What else could they beat me with? I'm going to do that. Just name Obliterator. Got a Blood Chief's Thirst. Nom 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 nom. So now we just have to worry about 4 Invoke Despairs at this point. They're like, I can win with 4 Invoke Despairs. I mean, they have decent amount. Well, I mean, Karn gets a lot of things. You know, they have the stuff. So Invoke is 2, 4, 6. So I need to get to 25 life and I win. If I get to 25 life, I win. There's an Urborg. Sure. I'll Inquisition, yeah. Here, I'll take a Blood Chief's Thirst. Now I'll take a Defile, sure. Oh yeah. The true play here is Defile to march my own Karn so they can't Defile in response. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh no. No, Nazis. Don't take this card. This is my win condition. Oh, they took Torok. Okay. All right. Pro gamer moves. Hey, found the land. Okay. These damnations are dead. They're going to be pitched to March. They don't hit anything. Opponent's drawing a lot. All those Mazemind Tome shenanigans. Blast Zone can go up to 4 to get my Karn the first time. Just hitting them lands. Just hitting them lands. Just need one more Necromentia and I just name Invoke Despair and the game's over. Look at all these expedition maps that they've got. Uh-oh. Profane tutor. I guess I could get my own Mazemind Tome, start gaining life too. But I took those out. They're in the sideboard. Well, I will find it. Because I have a Profane in 2 turns. Ooh, Castle Lochthwain's an interesting one. They'll probably hit it with the field. If they do, I'm not going to draw with it. Life total matters here. So there's the Profane tutor. Necromentia. Necromentia, the Invoke Despair. I taken everything. I take all your win conditions. Just 3 out of the sideboard, ladies and gentlemen. Nom 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 nom. Mill for 4. Okay, there is no win condition left. Good games. Good games. If they had one in hand, I'm pretty sure I had it covered. He's like, I'm guessing Comcast won't give me the win. 4-1 tonight with the Coffers playing the mirror match against Russ. And in true prison format, necromentioning every single win condition from our opponent. Here is your list for the evening. That felt good. I feel kind of bad for Russ. What do we lose to? None other than Murktide. What else would we lose to? That's a pretty typical thing for us to lose to. Beating 4-color, though, and taking down some other list, and just doing the thing. And I say Murktide, we actually lost to Blue-White Control, but we're going to imagine we lost to Murktide, because that's what happens. Anyway, Coffers doing its thing, 4-1. Quattro. Their list is good. It's well-rounded. It's got the mix of the Profanes and the Mazemind tome. People can now be quiet. We played them both. They were both good. They're both good. No Golos, too. A+ for that. And all right. A single Archon because you're playing the Profanes. All right.